Welcome to the Jack Sunday Show. I'm Brad Jackson, and I'm quitting my job.
What?
Are you going to be here the whole time? My name is Brad Jackson, and whether I'm flying airplanes or building pedals, I'm always learning. Join me, and together we'll expand our horizons. This is Jackson Audio.
Is this Rob Jones or Josh?
I am not Rob Jones. Tell me about your vinyl haul you got over here.
That's actually stuff that's going away. David got a record over there.
I did.
What'd you get?
I got Blow by Blow, Jeff Beck. Because we've ended as lovers. You know the track. Where up where? Now you finish it.
All right, today on Ask Jackson, we have a couple questions today. There's a couple really good questions, and they both affect what I'm doing right now in my work. So, first one's from a guy named Peter Hewer. Peter writes, I would love to know how you got into aviation and if your journey to become a pilot impacted your journey as an amp builder and pedal builder. Was there any spillover when it comes to the skills necessary to do both? I'll answer the second question first. I don't really think there's any spillover. I think trying to be a conscientious person and trying to be someone that's reliable and trustworthy, that would be the spillover, because you have to be that if you're a pilot. And I assume that y'all would like for me to build things that are reliable. So I think that might be the only spillover. Maybe there's some appreciation for quality when you're a pilot. You need things to work every time. So being in that world, I carry that into the stuff that I design. I want to be bulletproof and last forever. So that would probably be the answer to that. But the first part, how did I get into aviation? Well, my dad's a pilot. And when I was, he started flying when he was like 18. And he flew for a guy named James Robinson. He's a TV preacher guy. He flew for him for like 30 years. So when I was a kid, I was always around airports, airplanes, and that was just normal to me. It was normal to see my dad pull into a terminal flying a jet. And I thought it was a really cool thing, as any 4-year-old kid would. So I remember being 4 years old, standing in the cockpit of my dad's Falcon 20 airplane at Meacham Field in Fort Worth. And I just thought this was the coolest job in the world, that, when your dad pulls into the terminal and it's roaring, the jet engine's roaring, it just seems like he has the coolest job in the world. So I always had appreciation for it. I just thought it was super cool. We did career day at school where, the kids would take the class to the job site or wherever their dad worked, whether it's construction or whatever. And I remember when we would go to the airport and show all the kids airplanes and stuff, I just felt like the coolest kid in the class because my dad did a really cool job. Aviation was just normal to me. And so when I was like 18, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, I remembered that I loved flying a lot in airplanes. So I went into school, and I worked all year long at a company called American Systems doing software tech support. And I would save up every penny I made all year long. And I would spend all that money in the summers on flight training. And by the time I got all my ratings and stuff, 9/11 happened, so the economy shut down, aviation shut down, and the hope of a job was just completely out the window. So I was already building amps, I was tweaking on stuff, learning, and I thought, well, screw it, I can't fly right now, so I might as well do something I'm passionate about. So I started building amps as a hobby, and that hobby just got bigger than me. And it became a business. And about 2005, I got a job flying for a company. My dad and I flew together for about 5 years doing that. So that was a really cool time to get to work with my dad for 5 years flying airplanes. But that's how I got into it. Now I'm flying for a company based out of Omaha, but my base is in Fort Worth and Dallas. So currently flying for them. And that's kind of a quick version of how I got into flying. It's kind of a family business. My uncle flies, my dad flies, my grandfather flew, and now I fly. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, that was a long-winded explanation. But Peter, you asked for a golden boy, and as a free pedal for asking that question. So Peter, you're getting a golden boy. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for the question. Keep them coming, and we'll keep sending you pedals. Thank you. Okay, next question for Ask Jackson today is by a guy named Jacob Pittman. Jacob Pittman writes, "Where were you on June 6th? I waited all day for you." I mean, I'm okay if you need to take a day off. I just missed you. That's all. Well, Jacob, I'm so sorry. The reason I didn't do a show that week is because I was on the road flying, and I can promise you this won't be happening again because I quit my flying job this month. So, been at the company I've been working with for 2 years. Love the people I've worked with. Great airplanes, great equipment, great people. Genuinely crazy about the people I get to work with. But things have picked up so much with the flying side of things that the schedule really just became unsustainable for me. And there's so much growth potential that Jackson Audio has. There's so many products that I want to get done that I just haven't had the time to get done. And that's kind of a heartbreaking thing for me because I see this, my baby, it's growing, it's getting better, and we're getting our brand out to the world, but I'm not able to get these big products done that I want to get done. So eventually something had to give. So I made the decision, it was in May, to go ahead and resign my position there at the company I fly for. And well, it was kind of a hard thing because I love the people I work with. There's even guys that I fly with, like John Grunemeyer, who's definitely watching this video now. So these are the guys I fly with. They're just sweet people, and I love them to death. But I had to make the decision for my family because I was gone way too much, and I've got little kids, and money's great, but family is irreplaceable. So I refused to sacrifice my relationship with my kids or my wife over money. So one of the benefits of me resigning my job, flying at least, is that we've got 3 products we're trying to get out this year. Between now, it's basically middle of June and the end of the year. We got 3 products that are in various stages of completion that we're trying to get out. So we'll get 3 new products out this year. So I'm super excited to get that out for you because it's stuff we've been working on for a couple of years now. So Jacob, thank you so much for the question. You asked for a balloon in exchange for your question, so we're going to be sending you a balloon. Thanks again for the question. Keep them coming, and as always, stay tuned to the Jackson Sunday Show. I'm Brad Jackson. See you next week.